So this turd, he's trying to get internet famous by poisoning a bunch of people? Now the guy, he goes by the name Wolfie, and he's 27, and Wolfie apparently doesn't have a lot going on in his life, and one day, I guess, he decides, I'm gonna be internet famous. So, how does he plan to get internet famous? Well, he's not gonna do TikTok dances, and he's certainly not gonna live stream himself playing Elden Ring. No, he's gonna go the Johnny Somali route. He's gonna make what we'll call comedy for the unemployed. AKA, he's gonna film himself harassing people. And that is exactly what he does. He films himself doing all kinds of awful stunts, like going into a restaurant and slapping some girl's food onto the floor and then running away. Yeah, he's that kind of influencer. And for some reason, people like to watch this junk, so his videos like this perform really well. Not only that, he also gets into doing stunts that are actually pretty dangerous, like this one where he films himself carrying a bag of ice into what looks like a Jack-in-the-Box. And Wolfie just walks back into the kitchen, and with all the employees watching, he suddenly just dumps the bag of ice into the deep fryer. Which I'm not gonna show you the whole thing because I don't want my video getting flagged for dangerous acts, but he dumps the ice into the deep fryer. Now, ice being dumped into a deep fryer may not seem like a big deal, but when you do that, when you throw ice into a deep fryer, it creates a sudden reaction that causes hot oil to bubble over, and then the oil gets everywhere and it can easily cause a fire. Not to mention that this older gentleman here is probably gonna have to spend the rest of the night cleaning that mess up. But whatever, Wolfie doesn't seem to care, because he just keeps posting more and more of these stunts, and he gets more and more followers, and a lot of his videos start blowing up, and some of them get millions of views, like this one where he puts a mask on at night and pretends to bum rush an unsuspecting bystander. And it's not just these select videos that I'm showing you. Nearly every video he does is just him being a turd to random people. Like here, he films himself tossing a cake over a mall balcony. And of course, when this big guy gets mad and he gets up to go after him, Wolfie runs away because why would he face the consequences of his actions? And here he is at some kind of bar knocking down someone's Jenga game. And if you slow down the footage, you can see the pieces falling here. And here he films himself putting a bungee cord around the front doors of a Goodwill store with a bunch of people inside it.
You remove this bungee cord?
No. You guys are locked in there. Forever.
And here he sneaks into the back of a fast food restaurant and he throws a watermelon into the deep fryer. And here it looks like he goes to a local overpass and sprays some pedestrians with a fire extinguisher. And one of the worst things he does, although not the worst thing he does in my opinion, is that he films this older guy at the laundromat and he waits for the guy to walk away. Then he goes up to the guy's machine and he throws raw bacon and some eggs into the dryer with the guy's clothes. Which is not just unnecessarily mean, it's also really sad. Old man didn't deserve any of that. He's just trying to wash his khakis for work or whatever. But old Wolfie, he doesn't seem to care, because at some point he starts making decent money from this. He claims he's making anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000 a month doing this. I mean, that's a pretty good living for being an asshole a few days a week. So bro is getting paid, his videos are doing well, and his social media is blowing up. And there just seems to be no real repercussions for him being a jerk to people for just a little bit of internet fame. Until... Now at this point in the story, Wolfie has made all kinds of videos, messing with strangers, harassing fast food workers, and I'm only showing you some of them because, like, you know, you get it, he sucks. But one night, Wolfie gets an idea that's going to change all of that. He comes up with this plan to go into a local Walmart and film himself spraying some of the food with bug spray. And that's exactly what he does. He goes into the store and he starts filming and he picks up a can of bug spray and he starts spraying it on the produce. Now, bug spray is poison, and this is considered a dangerous act, and I'm tired of my videos getting removed, so again, I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but I will show you some screenshots. So here he sprays the bananas, he sprays the yams, he sprays the lemons, he sprays the apples, the tomatoes, and the worst for me is when he goes over to the prepared foods and he sprays some rotisserie chickens. And then, of course, he just leaves, and I guess he goes home and he posts the video. And immediately, people who see it are pissed off. From what I understand, even his own audience is like, what the bro? People eat that. And so Wolfie, I guess he tries to cover his ass, and so he goes back into the Walmart and he puts everything he sprayed into a shopping cart, and he claims that he threw it all away. I mean, you could see it here in the caption in the video. He says, threw them all away. Which, I don't know if he really did buy all that food and throw it away, but I kind of don't care. I don't think that necessarily makes the situation better. Like, he sprayed the entire area with basically a poison. And now Walmart employees need to sanitize that whole area so that future food they put there doesn't get bug spray on it. Anyway, then, I guess, still trying to cover his ass, he allegedly tries to delete that video, but unfortunately for him, it's too late. People have already copied it and saved it, and those copies start blowing the up. And this story starts spreading, and it makes the news, and people see it, and they're disgusted, and rightfully so. So they start reporting him to the local police. And through his social media, pretty quickly, police figure out who he is. And they reach out to him, and he ends up turning himself in, and so bam, here's his mugshot. And also, here's a little footage of him in court if you want to see that. And he's charged with introducing poison, which is a felony. He's also charged with criminal damage, endangerment, and theft. And by the way, it was so nice of him to document all the evidence prosecution is going to use against him later in court. Like, I'm sure they appreciate him getting it all on video for them, including pointing the camera at his own face every time. Now, separately from all that, he's also in trouble for burglarizing this local donut shop at some point. Bro is allergic to being a decent person. Now, I'm gonna say something you're not gonna wanna hear, but we've been seeing videos like this on the internet for over a decade now, maybe longer, where an influencer will build up this whole business model of harassing strangers in public, and we've seen them be successful at it. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, but I don't think it's going away. Like Wolfie, he might go away, and Johnny Somali, he might go away, but terrible internet pranksters as a whole, I don't see an end to it. Like, we're gonna be like 70 years old, like, these damn internet pranksters, get off my lawn. So even if we get rid of Wolfie, you know a copycat will pop up sometime next month. Womp womp. But there is some good news though. I can no longer find his TikTok account, so I assume TikTok did the right thing and they banned him once this story blew up. But as of right now, his Instagram account is still up. Hopefully Meta does the right thing and bans him too, but you know, no one expects much out of Meta. Also, I'm sorry, but bro is 27 years old, which 27 is not old, but it's way too old to be an internet prankster troll. Bro is not a troll, he's just a bum. Anyway, I'm not trying to be rude, I just hope he learns something from all this while he sits in jail, 'cause like, this is not cool.